Hero pulls off incredible rescue after seeing something moving in the icy water. It's pretty ill-advised to jump into freezing cold water. Submerging yourself at such low temperatures, even if for a few minutes, can have devastating effects on your body, and that should be avoided at all costs. One man, however, made an exception when he saw something strange moving in the water of a nearby pond in his neighborhood. It was freezing outside, but when he and his friend realized something wasn't right about the situation, they didn't want to leave until they determined what exactly they were looking at. What he did next showed incredible bravery, and you've got to see it to believe it. There's a reason you're not supposed to cross an ice-covered pond. If you fall in, the freezing water can quickly cause your body to go into shock. If you don't get to warmth and safety after that, you'll die. So when two men saw a commotion in the middle of a frozen pond near their neighborhood, they took notice. It was a frigid morning, and the two friends had been walking past the pond near their neighborhood where they lived. One of the men suddenly stopped and pointed to the middle of the pond. There seemed to be something moving around in the center of the ice, and it looked like an animal. His friend didn't even hesitate. He stripped off his clothes and jumped into the freezing water. The man slowly made his way towards the struggling creature. Luckily, the pond wasn't very deep, and he didn't have to tread water. While pushing through the sheets of broken ice, what exactly was struggling to stay afloat, and how did it get there? Suddenly, the man came to a stop. He was now several feet away from the animal, and the ice was too thick to simply push through. Using all his strength, he started pounding both fists on the surface to break up the frozen water. The man was now inching toward the animal very slowly. His friend on the shore, who recorded the entire ordeal, was terrified that the ice would slow down his friend's progress and he wouldn't be able to rescue whatever it was that needed desperate help. Back in the pond, the man slowly closed in on the animal. He finally saw what it was, a dog. He had no idea how the pup ended up in the middle of a frozen pond with no sign of his owner anywhere, but he didn't care. He was going to do everything in his power to make sure the pooch was safe. The dog was watching the man with desperation in his eyes. He knew he was close, but the freezing water was starting to shock his body, and pretty soon his organs would start shutting down. He only had to tread water for another minute or so. At last, the man swept the dog into his arms. The pooch was shivering violently, and the man was beginning to feel the effects of the frigid water as well. But he had bigger things to worry about. Now that he had the canine in his clutches, he needed to make it all the way back to shore, and both of their bodies were quickly going into shock. Would they make it in time? It takes a brave soul to put their life at risk like this. If the water was too deep, there would have been almost no way to get out into the middle of the pond without seriously risking death. Watch the incredible video that follows to see if the man made it back to shore after he grabbed the dog. Absolutely amazing. The man knew he needed to make it to the animal as quickly as possible before they both developed hypothermia. People like this deserve a round of applause for putting another's life before theirs. Well done, sir. This man went to incredible lengths to help an animal in need, and for that, he deserves respect. Some things are worth the risk. Just remember to always call for backup first. Share this incredible footage with your friends below.